What makes my boss kept scheduling meetings during my lunch, so I started eating lunch in every meeting, different this time. Because I didn't just get annoyed. I decided if my lunch break was going to be taken, then the meeting was going to take lunch with it. On camera, mic unmuted, no pretending. To take my lunch break at the same time every day, 12 to 1. It was consistent, it was blocked on my calendar, and it mattered. I don't eat breakfast, just coffee and lots of water. So lunch isn't optional for me. It's the reset that keeps my day working. Then my boss, newly promoted and power tripping, started scheduling meetings right in the middle of it. My calendar was blocked, and it didn't matter. The first couple times I let it slide. I figured maybe it was urgent, but then it became a pattern, so I pushed back. I reminded him it was during my break, and he said, well, we all have to make sacrifices sometimes. Okay, cool, got it. Next meeting, I showed up with a full plate of spaghetti and meatballs. Camera on, mic unmuted. I wasn't making a speech or filing anything formal. I was just slurping, chewing, and every so often giving a thumbs up mid-bite like, yes, I'm here, totally present, definitely not. Being forced to do this during my only real meal. A few days later, it happened again. Same time slot, same blocked calendar, same expectation that I'd sacrifice. So I brought sticky wings, because that's the thing about this kind of boundary pushing. Once it turns into routine, it depends on you quietly absorbing it. If you keep accommodating it, it stops being an emergency and becomes the new normal. Last week on Thursday, it happened again, and I was glad I still had pizza. I didn't rearrange my body around his meeting. I didn't pretend I wasn't hungry. I just ate. And I'll be honest, leaving the mic unmuted changes the whole vibe. It's not just that people can see the food. They can hear it. The chewing, the crunch, the little pauses where you're trying to answer a question without launching a meatball. It makes the situation impossible to ignore. It's Friday today, and we didn't have any meetings during my lunch hours this week. So yeah, it worked. Now I know how it sounds. It's petty, it's loud. It's absolutely not what any manager wants to see when they think they're running a professional meeting. But I also wasn't the one who decided my blocked break was fair game. And at some point, in my head, it didn't even stop at pizza, because people kept reacting to it and egging it on, and it turned into this running escalation in my brain. Like, fourth award? Okay, fine. Next meeting, I'm bringing sushi and miso soup with slurping. Holy moly, you people are unhinged. And then my brain did that thing where it starts stacking ridiculous ideas on top of a ridiculous idea. Crab legs, a fondue pot, heating cheese mid-meeting, a whole tomahawk steak, bone-in, carved live on camera like it's a cooking show. A whole chicken spinning behind me while I'm trying to talk about burn-down charts. We're marinating in velocity now. Of control. All right, no more playing. I'm sourcing a miniature hibachi grill. There will be onion volcanoes. There will be fire. Now I have to flambe something live. There will be a smoke alarm, and I will not be muting my mic. This might be my last Zoom meeting. This is your fault. It's full-on chaos. I'm wheeling in a backyard barbecue smoker. Brisket is on. Ribs are prepped. The backyard barbecue smoker now has disco lights and a fog machine. HR is cheering. You also wanted fish? Fine human-sized sashimi boat. It's on dry ice. There's a decorative koi fountain. 2 portable pizza ovens, one for Neapolitan, one for Detroit style. Dough is flying. And if that's still not enough, my brain just keeps stacking. The meeting now includes a towering seafood platter on ice. Lobster tails, giant prawns, a whole bluefin tuna brought straight from Tsukiji, getting carved behind me. No, seriously, who is behind this? Iconic 250 gold. What even is that? But here's the thing. At that point, the food isn't even the point anymore. The point is that the original problem was simple. I had a consistent lunch break. It was blocked. And my boss decided his meetings mattered more. And the turning point, the moment everything changed, was when I stopped trying to argue the boundary with polite reminders, and I made the cost of crossing it visible. Because the truth is, I wasn't skipping work. I was still showing up. I was just refusing to silently donate my only real meal of the day to someone else's power trip. If you want one practical takeaway from this. When you set a boundary, make it concrete and repeatable. My lunch break was 12 to 1. It was blocked. The pattern was clear. And when it kept happening, I didn't negotiate in circles. I showed up and acted like it was still my lunch break, because it was. Anyone else thought in those meetings, but the end result is clear. We didn't have any meetings during my lunch hours this week. And eventually he finally asked, "Do you have to eat during the meeting?" I smiled and said, "We all have to make sacrifices sometimes. So, am I wrong here? Yes or no?"